30-year-old Jane Atukunda is a resident of Kibuli, Makindye Division in Kampala. On 7th January 2019, Atukunda received early birth pangs. This evokes consternation, anguish and pain as Jane had a history of giving birth to premature babies.
Baby hallelujah. And with her, she came out 7 months, 1.3 kilograms.
Yet she was barely prepared for the travail she would encounter. She was later informed by her gynecologist in a private hospital, who declined to speak to us, that she needed close monitoring.
Just when they are going to operate me like this, then I pushed the baby. And the doctor was like, what you've done is not good. However, it has saved us.
When the news of giving birth to another premature started trickling in amongst family and friends, it did not evoke apathy, but ridicule and abuse. Others say this was a bad omen.
Another premature. And my sister-in-law said, this lady has bad luck. She again called me the next day. Jane, kulika baby. I was like, okay. Never choose Arabana batatuse. Wachi, Travis, watu wa mwana tatuse. Even the girl is also premature. My brother shouldn't have married you.
Atukunda began experiencing pain. To treat her, medical workers prescribed expensive drugs she could not afford.
They told us the bill in the ICU can raise per day by 2-point-something or 3-point-something million.
The hospital bill had accumulated to 19 million shillings.
Because they told us, make sure you check your bill every day. He would get it and not show me. He would get it and hide. They were like, you don't want to know what is here. You don't want to know what is here. The next time he showed me, I was like, you go and pick yourself. It was 24-point-something.
As the charges increased, she demanded to be given a referral to an affordable government hospital, but this was in vain.
If they accept, I pray, then the baby is waited for at Mulago. They're just waiting for her. And they will give everything, and she told me they should not ask for even a penny of shillings when you reach there. When they ask, please call me.
By the time she was discharged, after 2 months of sustaining the fragile life of her baby, the bill had risen to 35 million shillings.
We are now not checking the bills. I am scared. The most traumatizing moment comes in my life. I would get scared of walking into.
She left the baby behind, whose life precariously hung on the medical facilities and expertise at the hospital. Atukunda started sneaking into the hospital, whose identity we shall not disclose for legal reasons, to check on her baby without alerting the administrators who were demanding for their money, like Cyrog.
Maybe you'd want to ask why. This is because I think they had people to alert them that Jane has arrived. Have you seen Atukunda anywhere? She has arrived. Because they're like, Jane, can you come in the meeting right now? We are waiting for you. Those are the billers. You need to settle out these bills. We are working on your baby, but you're not clearing any amount of money. Can you deposit some money?
Atukunda says even when Mulago Women's Hospital was ready to receive her baby, private hospital administrators insisted that she pays some money or use her land title as collateral to clear the balance of 27.8 million shillings.
You have to deposit some money, or you bring your land title, or if you have a car, you give us the logbook and you park the car there. I told them I don't have. That's the only way how we can give you a referral. You need to park a car here, or you give us your land title, or you bring a guarantee. I told them I have 2M, and that is all I have. I don't have any land title. He told me, do you have any land title from your relatives? You can get any from your relatives. You can talk to them. At least you give us something tangible here.
Some well-wishers learnt of her plight and came to her rescue. They raised part of the money owed to the hospital.
I remember I collected that money. It came to about 1.6 million. I picked 1M and deposited out of 24. I deposited 1M.
But this was not enough. Her impassioned pleas fell on deaf ears as she was told to live with the baby as the personnel disregarded compassion and medical ethics. The baby could only stay on treatment if she paid.
I lost hope that day. I remember I was walking out with this bad news from the nursery. And I meet Richard, the biller. Tell me, how far have you got any money? Hey! I told him, Seb, I'll call you.
These babies suffer from other things. They suffer from micronutrient deficiencies. They suffer from low calcium levels, and they need to be monitored in an intensive care unit, which is functional.
Because of the agony and stress Atukunda was going through, she did not have enough breast milk for her baby, and she was advised to find a donor.
She called me and asked me, Julie, can you get for me a donor? I told her, how can I get for you a donor? Because I'd never heard that someone can donate her breast milk for someone else.
She introduced me to her friend, her workmate. And there she is. And she was ready to donate breast milk for my child. And she came in that very day.
Since I had too much milk, I really had too much milk, even up to now. I was like, it's very fine, because it will even help me reduce this. Surprisingly, I thought like it was like something of 1 day or 2. But when we came to hospital, it needed tests and what. Unfortunately, I never had man on me, and they had to build it back on her.
It takes the resilience of women like Atukunda to accept such fate.
Because with premature babies, they depend on the breast milk.
The hospital is almost near my workplace, so it was easy for me to come on a daily.
We want you to leave the hospital today, before midnight. That was 4th of March. I said, I haven't yet got the 2M. Said, you get the money. Any money you bring at least for down payment. 2M is nothing. Get 5.
Out of the safety net, baby Alleluia was sent home to die.
Usually when it is 15 minutes, 20 minutes to feed, baby cries. Why hasn't the baby cried? That's when I, okay, kangine mukwate, maybe sit with her here and feed. Hi! When I touched the baby, it would just, baby was very heavy. I'm like, me, I didn't know the baby was dead. I don't know what time the baby passed on. But what I know is at 4, I fed her and she breastfed well and she took the milk all. And baby was okay. Maybe, I don't know if that is the time she died or she was already dead when I was changing her diaper. I don't know.
Even before the solemn dirge could fade in the distant burial grounds, the hospital was demanding that she pays her dues.
Now they are demanding me 27.8 million. That is what they are demanding me.
Atukunda had 6 years ago given birth to a premature baby boy. Barely 5 months into pregnancy, she was rushed to Nsambya Hospital. The baby was placed into an incubator until he was out of danger.
When I saw him, I was going to run away. I wanted to run away. I looked around if I could get space where I can run, but then I remembered my wounds were not healing that fast. The next weight was 2.6 kgs. I have photos of him. You cannot believe he was a premature. On earth, I'd never seen such a tiny baby. All babies in there were prematures, but they were much better than mine. How can I wait for that one? I wanted to run away to baby. I'm not lying.
Today, Joram is a promising 5-year-old boy.
And he's the one who named the baby Hallelujah. But that is the boy you're seeing, Joram. Today, he's 5 years and he's in top class. And he's very bright in class. That his teachers are very proud of him. And if they get to know, whenever I tell them his story, they're like, you're lying. This is not a premature. He's good in sports, he sings, he plays, and I've given him all my time.
Atukunda is not the only woman who has gone through this trauma.
Still, when my child was in the hospital, even before she passed on, may her soul rest in peace, I would still go to Kawempe. to visit those mothers, and I'll take them diapers.
She hopes to become an advocate and change agent to help women facing similar problems.
I'm willing to work together with Mama Tulia, and I personally go to those hospitals, especially these government hospitals like Kawempe down there, or even in the private hospitals, and reach out to those women, those mothers, and ask them what they are going through.
I just want to say to moms out there who have preterms, just be assured that your babies can survive and be responsible people. I know doctors who are preterms. I know engineers who were once preterms. I know teachers and even media personalities who were once preterms. But it depends on teamwork. A family cannot survive on their own. They need the dependence of their pediatrician. They need the support of whoever can support them to offer milk.
God willing, I would love to support mothers in that way, in any way. Give them diapers. If I have money, send them the financial help. I had very many people help me as well in my condition. I would like to give it back to the mothers who are going through the same thing like me.
The statistics has been stagnant at 27 per 1,000 live births, and this has been stagnant for the last 3 years. But of course now with the specialized women's hospital, we should be able to avoid death, prevent death of these preterms. So what I really want to encourage the mothers is to go to the house, go for antenatal care. Now we have recommended 8 times, not the 4 times as it was before.
So our infant mortality rate has dropped from about 62 per 1,000 to 41 per 1,000, which is a good thing. However, 40% of those 41 per 1,000 are preterms. If the baby is not supported within the first 24 hours of birth to be able to breathe, to be able to prevent infections, then they are likely to die.
A senior pediatrician at Mulago Hospital, Dr. Sabrina Kitaka, explains conditions that could lead to a preterm.
But sincerely, I console with this mom. It's so painful to lose a baby. It's because of the severe hypertension in pregnancy, there's placental insufficiency, and so not enough oxygen is getting to the placenta, and it can easily detach, and that can cause recurrent prematurity. But there are also infections like malaria, HIV, there are infections like hepatitis B, toxoplasmosis, and the rest. They can also result in the babies being lost. But also there are chromosomal abnormalities. If a baby is born and they have mutations or they have chromosomal abnormalities, the body can reject the baby.
In order to address this problem, Nsambya Hospital is developing a breast milk bank to help premature babies survive.
There are people who will choose to give formula, and formula is quite expensive, but also we can give this baby expressed breast milk, and mothers can have breast milk banks. I know there are hospitals in Uganda that are developing breast milk banks, and I think it's a sustainable option where mothers can come in and contribute milk and give it to these babies who need it desperately.
Yeah, if anyone is there and they have this milk, let anyone who is having give out, because with me, but I'm okay with giving out. So I only pray for others also to have that heart.
They can always go to hospitals, visit the newly born babies. You never know, it can save a life.
But some of these services at well-equipped hospitals are out of reach from ordinary Ugandans, as access to proper Medicare remains exclusively for the rich and the privileged.
The costs at the specialized women and children's hospital is also high for some ordinary Ugandans. They cannot afford. So as a ministry, we are going to review those rates. This is what I want to assure the public.
JJINGO FRANCIS, NTV.